Are on the front of the wheelhouse where I have my shore power connections, where the shore power connection is going to reside. I got two 30 amp connections. I'll explain that later, but it's because of the air conditioners and my AC loads. But anyway, I'm going to have two 30 amp connectors, and I'm using what's called the smart plug for my connections. My other boats had the basic twist lock connectors, which, you know, I never was a big fan of those things. I don't know, you twist them, you're moving them around, the metal wears out on them, some resistance builds up. It's really not a good design, and I read about these things someplace, I don't know where, but there's not much I don't like about this smart plug. As you can see, the receptacle is on the left and the actual plug is on the right, but the plug fits into the receptacle and it's damn near an interference fit. It's got gaskets everywhere. You don't have to twist the plug to engage the locking device. The way it locks is it's got, let's see, I'll back this up a little bit. But the way it locks is it's got these ears here that grab a hold of the receptacle, and it also has this tab on top that it locks into. There's a gasket inside there that it seats against. It's a tight fit, and it's a good setup. There's actually a on the receptacle end of it, there is a some sort of a relay or something that if it gets hot, it'll disconnect the power so you don't have a fire, and then when it cools back off, it'll power back up again. It's 316 stainless. It's well made. Like I said, man, there is not much I don't like about this thing. What I got here is the receptacle, and then on the workbench there is the plug. I bought a plug in, and I'm going to make up a plug for when I get her down to the launch site and I need to power up off the generator or something. I'll buy factory-made shore power cords when the time is there and they're needed, but for right now I'm just going to make my own up and plug into my generator. But here it is. Looks like a pretty good piece of equipment. A little pricey, but you know, I think you get what you pay for with something like this. Anyway, there's two of them, and they're going in the front of the wheelhouse, which is right there. So what I did was I took the gasket and used it as a template and drew out the cut pattern, and I just took the plasma cutter and just real quick burned through the metal. Really didn't damage the paint that much. I ground a little paint off, and I took some primer after I ground the cut zone. Took some primer, primered that area up, and I'm going to go ahead and stick the second plug in. So that's what I got going on with this thing. I use air tools for everything, man. I just think they're the only way to go. piece of metal in my eye. Ruined my day. These are number 8 stainless screw. Take a countersink and just knock that corner off the get on the inside. It's nice about not having the thing welded down. I can reach in there. You know, it's been raining non-stop here for about 10 days. I think we've gotten 7 or 8 inches of rain in the last week and a half or something. Well, like I said, where the plug goes in, there's a gasket, so that seats against this housing. There's no twisting. It's almost an interference fit. I didn't measure what it is. It's pretty snug. Pushing the plug, these 2 ears lock into some tabs. And then you can do that, and that locks it in here, and it also kind of protects it from the weather a little bit. And then just pull it on out. None of that twisting crap from the old style ones. There's no continuity between the case and the hull, so the ground point is continued where it's supposed to be. And you're not going to get potential jumping all over the place by having this grounded to the hull. Two different vintages. This one's got a different casting than that one. Oh well. It looks alright. So what I'm going to do is make a plug this in my generator. I'll have a temporary distribution panel inside here, and I'll power the boat from the generator or the marina shore power connection when I get down there. I don't know what's going to be, what I'm going to have. I'm assuming I'll have power available to me. but I plan on building part of this off the generator, or finishing this build off the generator. Alright, man, that's what we got going on here. The smart plug, 230 amp shore power connections.